She had $83 in her purse, a sleeping toddler in her arms, and a broken heart. She just wanted to get home. But when she boarded the wrong flight by accident, she had no idea that the man sitting beside her would change both of their lives forever. Loudspeaker, before we begin, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel, Gentle Spirit, for more heart-touching, inspiring stories that remind us all of the power of kindness, love, and destiny. It was a cold Tuesday morning in December. The airport was alive with chaos, families hugging goodbye, businesspeople rushing with coffee in hand, and tired children dragging stuffed animals across the linoleum floor. Among them was Elena Myers, a 27-year-old single mother, cradling her 2-year-old daughter, Lily, who was sniffling softly in her arms. Elena's eyes were red from crying the night before. She had just buried her mother in Chicago and was now trying to return home to Dallas, but her connecting flight had been canceled and rescheduled twice. Her phone was dead. Her back ached. And to make things worse, she had just learned her bank account was overdrafted by $23. She looked down at her printed ticket and saw, Gate B4. She rushed toward it, not realizing that the rescheduled flight number was different. In the chaos, she boarded the wrong plane, a mistake that would change everything. As she stepped onto the aircraft, she apologized quietly to the people she squeezed past. Lily stirred in her arms, letting out a tired whimper. In row 7, seat B, Elena paused. The man in the window seat, dressed in a dark tailored suit, looked up from his tablet. His face was stern, tired, yet quietly handsome, probably mid-40s, clean-shaven, eyes like cold marble. She gave an apologetic smile. "I think this is me." He nodded silently and stood to let her in. She sat down, adjusted Lily, who was now asleep again, and let out a long breath. She didn't know it, but the man sitting beside her was Nathaniel Blackwell, CEO of Blackwell Tech, one of the wealthiest and most powerful companies in the country. And he was battling loneliness she couldn't imagine. Nathaniel wasn't supposed to be on this flight either. His private jet was grounded due to maintenance, so he reluctantly booked a commercial flight. He had insisted on no assistance, no paparazzi, no chaos. Just solitude. Just time to think. It had been 1 year since his wife died in a car crash, and Christmas had become unbearable. As the plane took off, he noticed the young woman beside him was trying hard not to cry. Her shoulders shook slightly, and she kept wiping at her eyes while holding her baby protectively. He looked away, uncomfortable at first, but something tugged at him. "You okay?" he finally asked, his voice low. Elena jumped slightly. "Oh, yeah. I mean, not really. Sorry. I don't mean to bother you." "You're not," he said, more gently this time. "Rough day?" She chuckled bitterly. "More like a rough couple of years. But yeah, today's up there." There was something raw about her honesty. No pretense. No act. "My name's Elena," she added, forcing a small smile. "This is Lily." He looked at the sleeping child and gave a nod. "Beautiful name." "I'm Nathan." "Nice to meet you, Nathan," she said, then quickly turned away to stare out the window. But she couldn't stop her tears. "Sorry," she whispered again. I lost my mom 2 days ago. Now I have no job, no home. My landlord changed the locks while I was away. I have no idea what I'm doing." He was silent for a long moment. "Where are you headed?" "Dallas. Or at least I was supposed to be." "This was gate B4, right?" Nathaniel blinked. "This flight's going to San Diego." Elena's stomach dropped. "What?" No. I was going to Dallas." She started fumbling for her purse, digging out the boarding pass with shaking hands. He took a quick look. "Gate mix-up. They must have changed your flight again." She slumped back in her seat. "I don't believe this. I can't afford to buy another ticket. Oh my God. Lily stirred and started to cry. Elena rocked her, overwhelmed and helpless. Nathaniel did something surprising. He reached over and gently handed her a tissue. Let's figure this out when we land, he said calmly. But I don't even know you. He gave a half smile. And yet here we are, flying across the country together. When the plane landed, Elena was trying to make herself as small as possible. She didn't want pity. She didn't want charity. She just wanted to disappear. But Nathaniel walked beside her through the airport, quiet but persistent. As they reached baggage claim, he turned to her. Come with me, he said. What? Why? I can help you. Elena blinked. Why would you want to help me? You don't even know me. You're right. I don't. But I know what it feels like to lose someone, to be alone, and to have no one to catch you when you fall. He offered his hand. And for reasons she couldn't explain, she took it. Nathaniel put them up in a hotel that night, one of the nicest Elena had ever seen. The next morning, there were clothes for both her and Lily, breakfast delivered, and a job interview scheduled. He had called a friend who ran a non-profit daycare and arranged an opening for Elena. When she hesitated, he said simply, "You're capable of more than you know. Let someone believe in you." She got the job. Weeks passed. She found a small apartment. Lily laughed more. Elena started smiling again. Nathaniel kept in touch, always checking in, always encouraging her, but never overstepping. Until one day, he showed up at the daycare. I have something to show you, he said. He took her to a children's tech lab his company had just launched. You inspired this, he said. Moms like you. People who rise through pain and still give everything they have to others. She was speechless. And Elena, there's something else. He looked nervous for the first time. I was that man who had everything but had no one. My money couldn't hug me back. My company couldn't tell me it missed me. But the day I sat beside you, I felt something again. She blinked. Are you saying? I'm saying I'd like to see where this goes. If you'd let me. Elena looked at Lily, who giggled and hugged Nathaniel's leg like he was already family. Then she looked up, her eyes glistening. Yes, she whispered. Let's see where this goes. Months later, Elena and Nathaniel stood side by side at a fundraiser, now partners in more than just life. She had launched a support group for single mothers. He had expanded the lab project into 7 cities. And little Lily had started calling him Dad. From heartbreak to hope. From a wrong flight to the right destiny. All because of a mistake that turned out to be a miracle. Sparkling heart, if this story touched your heart, please like this video and subscribe to Gentle Spirit for more soul-stirring stories like this. Your support helps us spread more kindness and love.